Are we on Facebook? Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Summit Center for Spiritual Living, where we share universal good through love. And I have a new candle. And it has, goodness, it has two wicks. The first wick I light represents us as it represents spirit or God, the all that is. And you can kind of see it. And then I'm lighting a second wick, which represents us as community. Because when we gather together, we shine a greater light. And you can kind of see that in that candle. So, anyways, John, you want to lead us in an opening song, please?
All right. No, it's not providing me my share screen for some reason.
Oh, sorry about that.
Where is it? Huh. Oh, it just appeared and disappeared again. Slow connecting or whatever. I don't know.
For some reason, the internet in general today has been really slow on anything I was doing. So,
there we go. This is strange stuff with this. All right.
Okay.
Loving yesterday, loving tomorrow, loving today, loving now, loving awareness, kindness and happiness, peace and goodness, loving now. Loving music, loving singing, loving harmony, loving now, loving awareness, kindness and happiness, peace and goodness, loving now. Loving forgiveness, loving gratefulness, loving creativity, loving as we could, growing in wisdom, being wiser, living better, loving what is good. Loving nature, loving beauty, loving each other, loving now, loving awareness, kindness and happiness, peace and goodness, loving now, loving now.
Thank you very much, John. And as we gather together today, Carol Ann is going to be our special speaker today. She is going to be talking about living in intention, and it's a two-parter. So she'll have a second part to it next week as well. And then Tim will be our special musician. He will be doing some of the songs, as well as John, obviously. So just wonderful to have everybody here. And so I'm going to go ahead and read the Science of Mind 365. Is actually for the 18th instead of the 19th, because I like that one better. But then Tim will lead us into meditation, and I will do the meditation, unless Caroline, you wanted to do your own meditation. That's up to you.
Sure, I'll do the meditation. That'll be fun.
Okay. All right. So I'll do the 365, and then Tim will do a song, and then you can go right into meditation after that. So, okay. So from Science of Mind 365, the quote is from Psalms 31:7. It says, "I will be glad and rejoice in the mercy, for thou hast considered my trouble. Thou hast known my soul in adversities." And the Ernest Holmes goes on to write, "I now realize that there is but one mind, one presence in the universe. The presence is God, pure, absolute, unadulterated spirit. This divine presence, being everywhere and filling all space, must be in me. It must be that which I really believe. I recognize it is in me. It is that which I am. I let this recognition of my indwelling divinity flow through my entire consciousness. I let it reach down into the very depths of my being. I rejoice in my divinity. Again, I affirm that the divine presence fills all space, including myself. I am full of God, therefore I am filled with light. Infinite intelligence governs every move I make. An all-wise counselor occupies me at all times. The Spirit of the Almighty goes before me. As the light dispels darkness, so this truth, which I now affirm, dissipates all fear. It breaks down every doubt and casts out all uncertainty. It loses every sense of bondage within my mind, stimulates my imitation with the voice, stimulates my imagination with the vision of peace, of joy, and of abundance, and directs my will towards the accomplishments of my desires. So, Tim, we're going to turn this over to you now.
Okay. I let myself be whole. I let myself be free. I let abundance be the way for me. I let myself feel love. I let myself feel peace. I let my life unfold in harmony. And so it is, and so it is. I let abundance be the way for me. And so it is, and so it is. I let my life unfold in harmony.
We gently close our eyes. We move with the rhythm of our breath, allowing ourselves to go deeper into the stillness, deeper into the power and the presence and the life force of the universe. And with the rhythm of the breath, we naturally unfold into the rhythm of the universe. And with each breath, we feel a deepening of that power and presence within us, of reconnecting. We feel that sense of peace and love, the rhythm of the universe becoming our rhythm again. Letting go of all the things in our surrounding, let it go of any concerns and all. We literally turn them over, allowing them to disappear into the nothingness from which they came as we move deeper and deeper. Just feeling that quiet warmth of the love, of the rhythm, and the balance of the universe filling every nook and cranny. Knowing that whatever our concerns, whatever they are, they're already being taken care of. We just breathe in that deeply, allowing the beautiful rhythm of the universe to flow through every cell, every fiber of our body. But a gentle repose that is instantly aware right here for us. And we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that our connectedness to the power and the presence and the life force of the universe, this ongoing connectedness, gives us the clarity, the understanding, the wisdom to move forward gently in our lives and in our interactions with other people. Just for a moment, allow yourself to go deeper than you've ever gone before. And simply rest and rejuvenate in the presence, the universal presence. Just very gently coming back from this place of gentle, quiet repose. You begin to become more aware of the room. As you open your eyes, open them with a smile. For you have touched the hem of his garment, and you are already whole and perfect and complete. And so it is.
And so it is, and so it is. I let my life unfold in harmony. I let my life unfold in harmony.
How wonderful. As you open your eyes, please also open your cameras and just take a moment to look into each other's eyes the best you can through the camera and see the magnificent, beautiful, spiritual being that is alive of you and inside of us. And just really feel that love and that light, that joy. And Deb, we can't see you, but we're thinking of you. So at the same time. And that was absolutely beautiful, Carol Ann and Tim. Absolutely beautiful. So, um, anyways, I want to go ahead and Carol Ann has been a longtime friend of our center, and I'm so grateful that she is a part of it. And um, I'm going to just turn this over to her and let her talk about living in intention. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Living in intention. So, how did you wake up this morning? What was it like waking up? How did you feel when you woke up? Were you sleepy and still tired? Did you want to roll over and go back to sleep? It's Sunday. Was it a quiet waking up? Was your mind filled with different thoughts and activities? How'd you wake up this morning? And that leads me into the next question of how do you go through your day? Do you have a plan? Do you have appointments? How do you move through your day? You kind of take it as it comes. How do you do these things? We take a lot of things for granted, and our mind likes repetition, and so it finds a way to keep the similarities of each day the same, almost like we are on a recording of this is what I do when I get up in the morning. This is what, this is what I do. This is what I have for breakfast. This is, yeah, yeah. On and we have a chance. We have an opportunity each and every day to either go through the day or grow through the day. It's our choice every minute. On Tuesday morning, I was up and getting ready to play pickleball and for an early morning game, which I am enjoying more and more as I get into it. And I usually start my day with bulletproof coffee and put the coffee, put all the ingredients in, including the hot water, and flip the magic bullet over to turn it on. I had a mini explosion. That thing just went all over the place. Evidently, it was too hot in the container, and it just said, "Nope, not doing this." And it was just like, and my whole morning changed very quickly. It was an instant mess on everything. And I gotta say, when you've got butter and oil mixed together, I mean, instant mess. And I'm looking at curtains, and I'm looking at cabinets, and I'm looking at the counter, and I mean, just the height of the explosion. I've never looked at the ceiling. I better go back and look at the ceiling. But I mean, I was cleaning cabinets and everything, and I never knew that there were so many places for it to go. Never knew that. It was just absolutely incredible. There was no anger. There was the only thing I felt was, oh my, look at this. And then I instantly went into action for containment, to keep it not running down and going into other places and all. There was no thought. It was just, oh, and very quickly getting paper towels, getting the dishcloth, anything that I could get so I could contain it, and it didn't do any more of a mess than what it was. And when I finally had everything cleaned up, So I thought, I looked at myself and I had not been spared at all in the explosion. And I'm kind of like, okay, okay. My intention was certainly not to start the day like this. Sometimes we get handed surprises that wake us up, get us out of how we do things. Now, in my kitchen, on the uh, window, and my food prep is on one side, and then on the opposite side there is a wall, and I have a picture on my wall that I've had for many years, and it says live in intention. And I'm kind of giggling when I'm looking at me, and then I glanced over at this and I thought, and this is what I'm talking about, type of thing. But it is a simple reminder to me to make every minute count, even the unexpected ones. So, as Diana had said, this is the first in a two-part series on living in intention. And I have 5 things to share with you this morning. You might want to write them down. I think they're pretty good ones to think about, because what I find in the simplicity of these things, that they're great reminders that we always have a choice. Even when we seem like we don't have a choice, we have a choice. We have a choice to be in presence, be in that feeling as from meditation of that calm peacefulness, or and expand, or we have the choice of getting into our physical brain and its limitations and be in that. So we have that choice of either be expansive or being in that place of contraction. So the first thing it says on my picture is walk to the edge. And I've often looked at that and thought, gee, there are all different ways to walk to the edge. That's all it says, walk to the edge. Jesus did just this. He lived every moment to its fullest. He was in a place of an open heart all the time. He accepted what is, right up to the very end. My first teacher, Virgil, in working with him and deeply studying science of mind, I asked him at one point, and I mean, this is years and years ago, how do you know when you're there? And he stopped and he smiled and he said, when you can stand naked in front of your accusers and feel only love, then you have arrived. And I, in my eagerness to, get it right, check off the check boxes, and all, just said, oh, and I realized there are no check boxes. This is a gradual process. And living in intention is, for me, one of those beautiful guide points in order to do that. The unexpected magic bullet experience was a way of walking to the edge that I had not thought about. When you look at this, walk to the edge, young children do this all the time. They're always looking around, bending and finding out, getting right down and looking at an ant and watching an ant. They are playful, they are joyful, and they until we as parents want to make them socially acceptable in our society, so we teach them rules and laws, which I'm not saying are not good. Because yes, we want our children to fit into society. But in the process of doing that, many times we forget to allow them to explore, to giggle. No, 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 don't touch the bug. The bug's dirty. An ant isn't dirty, it's just an ant. Oh, race car drivers know what it's like to live on the edge. This is a place where there is no time to think. It is all reaction, which they have to be quick. They have to not think and weigh things out, because in that split second, that can change the whole trajectory of their car. Working in labor and delivery for many years, when in the process of labor, the baby starts to have a increased respirations or slowing of respirations. This is a red flag. There's no time to think. There's only time to react. It's just like having a cold blue for someone that's having a heart attack. You don't think, you react, you move, and it is like, well, what it is everything for me kind of slowed down, and I knew exactly what to do, and who to call, who to notify, change position. I mean, all of that was just there. So I encourage you to walk to the edge and enjoy it. It's exciting. It's exciting because on the edge, your mind isn't telling you what you do. No, 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 be careful, you might fall. No, no, you tried that. No, all of that is gone. It is simply this wonderful place that children know so well. The second thing on the list was listen hard. Have you ever heard that before? Listen hard. That's another way of saying listen with your full attention without distraction. My grandson had a touch of ADD when he was young, and we had to say to him, look at me and listen. And the more of the different senses you can involve the child with, and this is true for children without ADD, but the more senses you can uh, involve in talking to them or exploring things with them, you're engaging the senses. And when you engage them, we found it was easier for him to pay attention. Brilliant child. He just needed to be able to pay attention when he needed to. And that is where the game Stop, Look, and Listen came from, which I did the one day with him. We many times after that, we'd sit out on the front porch. The rule was you can point, you can go, but you can't say anything. And we're going to, just so we're stopping, we're going to look all around and we're going to listen. And at first of all, he squirmed and he whispered, but Grandma, nothing's happening. And I said, shh, shh. And then I pointed to the tree and he saw the squirrel going up the tree. And that led to hearing things that we miss, hearing the rustle of the leaves, seeing an ant running across the porch. And It did two things, which I was just playing a game for that purpose, but I realized, oh my goodness, this is sensitizing him to his environment. This is a skill that he will carry with him his whole life. And it has proved to be exponentially good for him. Um, Third on the list is practice wellness. That's all it says, practice wellness. This is a big one. And, wellness includes, if you look at it, diet, exercise, sleep, work, play, you know, but notice the word practice. People say be well. To me, what we should be saying is practice wellness. Because when we practice, we get better and better at it. Working in labor and delivery for many years, I had to practice getting up at 5 a.m. in order to get to work in time. Now that I am not engaged in an institution to work, I'm practicing getting up at 6:30 without the alarm clock. But our whole life, we are practicing. We practice every time we fix a meal. We practice every time we go for a walk. It is in the practicing that we have our learning and we have our discovery. The fourth thing is play with abandon. Haven't heard that word in a long time. Play with abandonment. How do you play? Do you play? The Bible reminds us that unless you become as a little child, you cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. And what is it saying? It is saying be in that child mind of discovery, of opening, of practicing. I love movement and I love sports. And I have always been in some kind of sports. I enjoy watching football games and different competitive things. And right now, I am playing pickleball. I made the shift from tennis to pickleball because I had because at my age, I am very healthy, and my partners were slowly quitting tennis because of physical problems, physical challenges, and even death. And it was like, I'm running out of people to have partners with. And it has been the most exciting change that I could have made. I love it. It's quick, it's easy. You don't run very far, but you can be very, very accurate. And I've combined that with walking, dancing in my kitchen. I've combined it now with e-biking, which I did last Sunday, and I was not here, and it was a blast. I had a great time with it. And I did play with abandoned. So here's the key word here. It is play, but it's also abandon, and that means unrestrained, unstructured, indulging in, being, and I will add, being free to be. I encourage my clients to play in little ways. And they'll say, well, what do you mean? I said, well, when was the last time you danced around the kitchen while you were fixing a meal? What is the last time that lost art, told a joke, or giggled at something? These are the times, these are the things that make our life rich because they are opportunities to be me, opportunities to be making a beautiful meal and ending up scorching it, which I now have learned to say, oh, it's blackened. And if it's blackened, then it's okay. But if it's burned, it's not okay. But it is looking for these things, just being free to giggle, being free to smile at people, which we have lost with COVID and getting masks on. And finally, the fifth and last one I'm going to talk about today is laugh. Laugh. We don't laugh enough. When was the last time you had a good belly laugh, a laugh so much? Have you ever cried, laughed so much that you get tears in your eyes? Yeah, yeah. What a great, great experience. We don't laugh enough. And every time we laugh, it releases those wonderful endorphins and we feel good. We feel good. I have an exercise that I give my clients uh, to kind of to lighten up, and I call it the ha ha exercise. And all you do for 2 minutes is say ha 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 as fast as you can. Ha 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 ha. And what progressively happens if you keep it up, that begins to release the endorphins and you start to laugh, a deep laugh, and the ha-has become very deep and you start laughing so hard. You get tears in your eyes, the sides of your uh, belly hurt, and it's like all you can do is catch your breath and keep laughing more because it just simply feels so good. It's such an incredible, incredible release. So we have a choice. We have a choice when we laugh because we are making a choice to either see our world continually contracting and difficult or expanding and exciting. Each moment we get to choose to live with intention in an expanding, thriving world. Because remember where we came from, and we forget this. We came from a perfect mind. We came from a perfect idea. We came from a perfect God. And everything that we need, absolutely everything that we need for perfect expression is available to us right now. We get to choose. Living with intention brings us freedom. It brings us fun. It brings exciting days full of moments that can take our breath away. I now have, I have three, I'm going to call them adult orchid plants, and I have two little teeny tiny ones. All three of my adult orchid plants are sprouting new growth at the same time. This has never happened. It's kind of been one, and then the next one kind of comes in, and then the next. All three of them are just absolutely. It's like time-lapse photography, watching what they are doing and how they are growing and thriving. Living with intention brings us freedom. As I said, it brings us fun and it takes our breath away. It's the, oh my, common, ordinary moments become, they just totally transfix to be precious and exciting and refreshing. And it all happens simply living with intention. So to be continued next week. Thanks for your attention today. Be blessed.
Thank you, Carolyn. That was beautiful. I love that. The laughing. I forgot my girlfriend from Atlanta is in town, and because she was up here for Mother's Day. Her mom is 93 and still, but she came up for Mother's Day, and we went and saw a friend of ours he makes really good spaghetti and meatballs. So he made the spaghetti and meatballs, and so it was him, his sister, my friend, and I, and we all worked at McDonald's at one time or another. And oh my goodness, it brought up all the old crazy stories that half of them some of them I have heard, some of them I haven't, but it was just, we were laughing so hard. We started dinner at 5:30. We left at 1 a.m. And had it not been Thursday, we probably would have stayed till 2 because we were just talking that much and having fun. And you just forget what that is like, in some cases you started laughing so hard that you were crying. So I really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to your second part, and very much appreciate it. Is there anybody else who has any comments?
Well, I think that was wonderful. I like to live with abandon and intention.
Yeah.
Intentional abandon, I guess. When we had a youth group, I was in high school. We would lay on the floor at parties, like at somebody's house, and do the ha-ha with your head on the next person's belly. Sounds a little risque, but it was fun. So you had people like crisscrossed all around the room, and then one person goes ha, the next person goes ha ha, the next person goes ha ha ha, until somebody couldn't contain themselves, and then everybody exploded in laughter. The time you get ha 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 ha, Yeah, I love that.
We had some pretty advanced things that we were doing without even knowing it, just having fun. Yeah.
This was early 1960s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Tim, go ahead. Did you have a comment, or were you just getting ready for
No,
a song?
you just reminded me of this class clown and, teacher who crushes class clowns back in my sophomore year of high school. And their back and forth would just make me fall over laughing. And I'm thinking, okay, if there's any saving grace here, it's going to get me, if there's any real life lesson here, it's in this sophomore year of high school, it's this. Just let moments like that flow and heal you. That's
great. Okay. Well, Tim, I'm just going to go ahead and turn this on over to you now, so you can do a song for us.
This, since this is your feminine month here, I'll do my Mother's Day song. Reaching, aspiring to touch a star, it may seem light years from where you are.
Just follow your bliss, it will lead you beyond your highest ideal. From the day I first held you in my arms, I always knew you would bless the world each day in your own unique way, reaching, aspiring to touch a star. It may seem light years from where you are. Just follow your bliss, it will lead you beyond your highest ideal. My child, as I watch you grow, there's something that I want you to know. As you move through life's journey, I'll always love you unconditionally. Reaching, aspiring to touch a star. It may seem light years from where you are. Just follow your bliss, it will lead you beyond your highest ideals. Beyond your highest ideals.
How beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Been wonderful morning so far, so thank you.
But did it come through okay? I was kind of losing you guys on the connection there.
We were losing John on the connection every once in a while.
Okay.
So it wasn't, his thing was going in and out for a minute. But so I think you were just seeing where he would disappear for a minute and then get back in.
Okay.
So, but I didn't have any problems with it. Did you, Carol Ann? Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So it is that time in our service where we give everybody the opportunity to give, even though we only meet on, at the moment, only meet on whatever this Zoom. We still have bills to pay, things that we have. Anyways, so there are ways to give. The one way is you can go to Zelle, and you would go to ssc@gmail.com. That's ssc@gmail.com, and you can donate that way. Or you can send a check or cash, like some people have done, which is wonderful. We think that too, to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310, and we'll make sure it gets applied to the to our account. So those are the two ways. So I just want you to, even if you don't have your actual tithe in front of you, just imagine it in your hand. Put your right tithe over your left, and just know with me that all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive is blessed in a very special way. And that it goes to the work of Summit Center for Spiritual Living and for the betterment of humanity and myself and my friends and family and others. And with that, I'm just grateful and thankful. So it is. Amen. Okay, so we just lost John again for a moment. So I am going to go ahead and do good and more good. I'm just going to say it. And then if he happens to get back in here real quick, we'll do. So good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. And unlimited, infinite good is mine. Everywhere I go, I see good. I feel good. I experience it. It crowds itself upon me. It flows to me. It multiplies itself around me. I am worthy of and entitled to more good. I give myself permission to accept and express more good. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. So, all right. Then we would go to announcements. So Michael would say, New Thought Media Network, make sure you go check that out. John would say, what is the name of it?
Yeswise.com.
Yes, thank you. Yeswise.com. Thank you, Tim. Anybody else have any other announcements to check out? All right. So, anyways, did I miss something in there? Feel like I have. There's John. He's back. We'll give him a second here to try to get back in again. John, I just said the words for good and more good, but if you want to try to play it real quick, I still like it.
I played it, but I was in limbo.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on with this stupid. Good and more good is mine, and ever increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowns itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. Oh, good, more good is ours, and ever increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit, and so
All right, thank you. And we lost him again, but that's okay. That was perfect. It was as he finished the song. So, okay. So, with that, we're going to do a moment of silence. And since we already did our announcements, Michael will be back next week, by the way. He's in Hamvention this weekend, and he also not he got there on Friday to, and first he got to the one booth where they check in at or whatever, and he ended up helping them taking care of things for most of the day. So he was busy because he said to me, I didn't get to see very many places, but so then yesterday he also did a wedding. So he but he wasn't at he was in Loudonville. He went from Dayton to Loudonville and back to Dayton again. So hopefully he's having fun now. I hope he's enjoying this one today. So, all right. But he'll be back next week. Great. So I'm going to turn up, ring the bell, and I just want you to take a moment of silence. And then during that moment of silence, this is time to bring to your heart and mind, your thoughts, anybody who may need healing, whether it's yourself, a friend, a family member, the world. And just know that that healing is happening right this moment. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And Tim, can you do a little something for an ending song? Since
Yeah, I just grabbed this in
you
case,
kind of saw that it might be what you might have be needed.
in case John didn't make it back. So
You did for a second, and then it got lost again.
let's see if I do it right. We are the people of love. We are the people of love. Sing out, people, sing out love. We are the people of love. We are the people of peace. We are the people of peace. Sing out, people, sing out peace. We are the people of peace. We are the people of joy. We are the people of joy. Sing out, people, sing out joy. We are the people of joy. We are the people of love. We are the people of love. Sing out, people, sing out love. We are the people of love. We are the people of love.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, John, even though you're kind of lost in the ether somewhere. But there he's back again, but that's okay. So, all right. Well, thank you so much. And Hannah, you can go ahead and turn off our